You liquidated her, eh?
Yes,
Very resourceful.
Yes, sir. And we'd like you to keep your promise, please.
Not so fast. Not so fast. I'll have to give the matter a little thought. Go away and come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But I want to go home now.
Do not presume to provoke the wrath of the great Oz. I said come back tomorrow.
No, you're really great to keep your promises.
You ungrateful creatures. Think yourselves lucky that I gave you an audience tomorrow instead of wait 20 years from now.
What happened there?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. The great and powerful Oz has spoken.
Who are you?
Well, I am the great and powerful Wizard of Oz.
You are?
Yes, I'm afraid it's true. There's no other wizard except me.
I don't believe you.
You, humbug.
Yes, it's true. I am a humbug.
You're a very bad man.
Oh, no, miss. I'm a very good man. I'm just a very bad wizard.
What about the heart you promised the Tin Man?
Well,
And the courage you promised the Lion? And the Scarecrow's brain?
Why, anyone can have a brain. That's a very mediocre commodity. Back where I come from, we have places called universities, where men go to become great thinkers. And when they come out, they think deep thoughts. And they have no more brains than you have. But they have one thing you haven't got. A diploma. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Universitatis Comitiatum Edward, I hereby confer upon you this honorary degree of THD.
THD?
Yes, that's Doctor of Theology.
The sum of the square roots of two sides of a right triangle is equal to the square root of the third side. Pardon. I'm smart. I'm afraid. How can I ever thank you?
Well, you can't. As for you, my fine friend, you are the unfortunate delusion that simply because you run away from danger that you have no courage. You are confusing courage with wisdom. Back where I come from, we have men who are called heroes. And once a year they take the fortitude out of the mothballs and parade it down the main street of the city. And they have no more courage than you have, but they have one thing you haven't got, a medal. Therefore, for meritorious conduct, extraordinary valor, and conspicuous bravery against wicked witches, I hereby confer upon you the Triple Cross. You are now a member of the Legion of Courage.
Oh, shucks, folks. I'm speechless.
As for you, my galvanized friend, you want a heart. You have no idea how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they can be made unbreakable.
But I still want one.
Back where I come from, we have men who do nothing but good deeds all day long. They're called good deed doers. And their hearts are no bigger than yours, but they have one thing you haven't got, a testimonial. Therefore, at this time, I take great pleasure in awarding you with this small token of our esteem and affection. And remember, my sentimental friend, a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others.
Listen to my heart. It ticks.
Well, they're all so wonderful.
What about Dorothy? Yeah, Dorothy next.
Ah, yes, Dorothy.
I really don't think you have anything for me.
You forced me into a cataclysmic decision. The only way to get Dorothy back to Kansas is for me to take her there myself.
Would you? Could you? Are you a great enough wizard to manage it?
Child, you cut me to the quick. I'm an old Kansas man myself. Lucas par excellence in the Miracle Wonderful Carnival Company. Until one day, while performing spectacular feats of stratospheric skill never before attempted by a civilized man, the balloon failed to return to the fair.
It did.
Frightened, were you?
Frightened? You're talking to the man who has sneered at doom and laughed in the face of catastrophe. I was petrified. Then suddenly the wind changed, and the balloon landed in the middle of this fair city, where I was instantly acclaimed Oz, the first wizard deluxe.
Deluxe, from the French pertaining to luxury.
There were a few luxuries that went with the job, but I took it anyway, keeping the balloon on the advent of a quick escape. And the balloon is ready for the flight. And in that conveyance, my dear Dorothy, we shall return to the land of Abe soon. Step this way.